I'm always reluctant.
Sharky is like the reluctant version of the Hulk. Every time it's like, okay, are you ready? And he's like, no.
Shark sulk.
Yeah, shark sulk. you sulk again, I guess. Hello. Hi, Magic.
We have a Mick.
We do have a Mick with us.
Hello.
And we have Long Live the Queen. Is it culturally insensitive of us to do this right after the Queen's passing? Maybe. Is it culturally insensitive of the British people to think that we should all universally around the world care about the Queen's passing? Also yes. Therefore, oh well. Hey Death! Hey Lilith!
It's always good to have a Mick.
Oh yeah, the file's even named Mick Guest.
Oh, that's really sweet.
Okay, now I have to like arrange this so I don't get confused between OBS and the actual screen.
How's everyone doing today? On a Wednesday.
On a Wednesday.
Or a Thursday, depending.
Yes,
Yeah.
it would be a Thursday for the people in like Australia and in the other side of the world.
No, the stream is perfect timing. Like, I'm just not over that I saw like a headline blasting Nintendo for apparently being so insensitive to release the name Tears of the Kingdom after the Queen's passing. It was really horrible of them. I'm just like, wow.
I mean,
Y'all are self-centered.
Nintendo UK was also like, we're not even going to be hosting the Direct. We're just gonna like host it online for y'all because we don't want to be hosting it while the mourning for the Queen is going on.
Yes. But like, we're not British.
Nope, we're not.
In fact, as Americans, I think that it is our cultural duty to shit all over the British Kingdom. I think
Why
that
are you
is our
stressed? What's
historical
going on?
requirement. You're right, Nintendo will cowards are changing the name from Fuck the Queen. Health decided to take a sharp turn into the horrible, but it's looking like, oh no. Oh no, we have a stressed person. We have a person with health problems. Oh no. I hope everyone feels better soon.
Yeah.
Hope whatever the health things and the stress things are, they clear up.
Also, remember to throw the game at us.
Yes.
Death, I feel good.
That's good. We have one good.
That's good.
That is very good.
It's my secret, Sharky. I'm always stressed. Yeah, Sharky's always sulking, and I guess Magic's always stressed.
I have the death checklist up, so we could. Well, we're on week 20.
We
Okay.
are.
It says at the top right.
Yeah. Here's our skills.
You're angry, right? Are we angry? She looks pretty angry.
Are,
Mood.
angry.
Yeah, we are angry. Yeah.
We have bonus to weapons and military, and the penalty to royal demeanor, which we did make sure to bump way the hell up while we could.
So now it's not even a penalty except for expression. That's amazing.
Well, that's for social in general. The penalty says royal demeanor specifically.
Well, and expression. Yeah.
But like that's like that also applies to like animal handling and medicine.
Yeah.
The royal demeanor part is the part we bumped way the hell up.
Because
one of us is doing good.
royal demeanor we bumped up because you never have good royal demeanor.
Yes, I know. You said that there's only like one section of the moods that it actually has any kind of bonus and not a penalty. So we're just like, all right, we got that, and we're like, all right, all in, let's go. All right, so what are we improving upon?
Yes, we are in the improving time of the world.
We have bonus to weapons and military. There's also just in general everything else. I think we failed several history checks, but
Yeah.
and we just have not even touched the Faith and Lumen thing. Like we got rid of the lady. Like that's not even a thing.
Yeah, that's not even a thing for us, which is going to be hilarious later.
I mean, it depends on how later we get, so...
That is true!
Alright, so what tangent are we getting on today? Aside from fuck the monarchy.
That is a good question.
Wow, it's hilarious that for a sec the captioner thought that I said aside from Pokemon instead of fuck the monarchy. Did you know that I guess Pokemon is another term for fuck the monarchy?
What is this game? This game is Long Live the Queen. You play as Melody?
I think it's Elodie.
Elodie.
Oh yeah, it is Elodie, right.
And you are...
She looks like this. She's kind of pissed off right now.
You are going to be crowned queen on your birthday.
Which means you have to survive to your birthday.
And, you basically are going to do all, like, the tutoring and stuff to learn how to be a good queen, and hopefully you survive. Usually most people die.
Yes.
Because this game is not a nice game.
When they say long live the queen, they mean short-lived the baby who didn't make it to coronation, actually.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And by her birthday, I think it's her, like, 15th birthday or something.
That's a good question. I don't remember.
I believe it was 15. Or she is currently 15, turning 16. But I think it's that she's turning 15.
Yep, she's turning 15.
And
so she's, when I say, baby who didn't make its coronation.
Yeah, because begins the game at 14 years of age after her mother passes.
Anyway, so we have all of these various skills. We have this mood that she does various things at various times, and that affects her mood maybe. And then we have classes for those various skills, and we can pick 2 classes per week.
Yep.
And then...
Very math intensive.
Sort of. And then depending on your mood, you have bonuses to some of the skills, but penalties to other ones. And so you're... and there are like threats that come up at various times throughout. So you're trying to balance her mood and her skills and stuff so that she can progress in her education and survive the threats to her life to make it to coronation.
I'm trying to see. You need to survive 40 weeks. So we are about at the halfway point.
Just at halfway.
So, you know, we're slowly making it.
Uh-huh. So, we have... which skills to bump?
Let's go with archery.
Archery?
Ooh. Okay,
yeah, you get another weapon up. And the other one? Sharky?
Naval strategy.
Okay. Are we set?
Yep.
Who was reading the things? Was it me? Was it you?
It was Mick.
It was Mick.
Yeah.
Yep.
Alright. You learn to cut, fletch, and tie arrows. You learn about different styles and sizes of bows, long, short, and recurve.
Important.
I should note that I did not put down, I think, what voices each person did the other time we played. So, like, good luck. Hope y'all remember.
I mean, I remember
Alrighty.
I was Elodie's father.
Was I
That's about all.
Elodie?
Yes, you were.
Right, I was the brat. I was also some snobby lady.
There's a lot of snobby ladies here.
Yeah, I don't think I was every snobby lady, but I remember being, I think her aunt's the snobby lady.
They're almost a kid.
I don't think we see.
She doesn't come back, right?
I think we're past the point. She might not come back.
Naval strategy.
You learn that the sea is not something you hold, it is something you travel across. Naval strategy ensures you're free to travel while denying it to your enemies.
Can be helpful. You are requested to stand in judgment. A man has been convicted of the murder by strangling of his wife. He does not deny the act, but requests a pardon that he might be set free.
If you admit you killed your wife, why do you think I'm gonna set you free?
Save me, your majesty. Wasn't my fault. Demons made me do it. Everyone knows the power of magical beasties. They used me, they twisted my fingers into chains. My wife found me screaming. She tried to shake me and the chains wrapped around her. I need the priestess to bless me and make me clean again.
Demons that make you attack people? Is that even possible? We failed sense magic, so.
Yes, we do not sense magic in the chat.
Oh no, where did they go? Magic.
So we're gonna pardon, imprison, or execution?
That's a great question. What are we gonna do?
Execute.
Executor?
I'm a ghost! Okay, so you weren't one of the demons that possessed this guy. Well, supposedly possessed. Execute.
Yeah.
I don't care whether they were demons or not. You're still a murderer and your life is forfeit. You'll be hanged in public as a deterrent to future criminals. Who is the narrator?
I'll do it. He opens his mouth to argue with you further, but then his shoulders slump.
Yes, your majesty.
Afterwards, you receive a report from your agents near the Thalassian border. There's unusual activity going on in the Duchy of Sedna. Official messengers have been coming and going between the Sedna custom stations.
Oh no, it's been so long. I've completely forgotten what, like, the regions are.
You have no idea what this means. Ooh, should we send soldiers to the border? Or do we do nothing?
I remember there was a Duke of Sedna. I don't remember very much about him.
There is a Duke of
Duchy?
Sedna. Yes. Well, yeah, Duchy has a Duke. So
I
do we
remember
send?
there was a potential gay route, and I think
Yes.
that's the one we wanted. If we
Yes, we
RGB
are
on
on.
it. Yeah,
if
because
we
we were like,
survive-
hey, you want to dance with us, girly lady? I don't
If
remember
we
anything about the lady either, but you know.
If we survive, we are on the gay route. Yes.
Woo!
I'm gonna leave this between you two because I actually have the information of like checks and stuff like that. I have the background info. So what do you two think?
I think that I should save again after this week so that we're right at the halfway point.
I say send soldiers because she's very angry right now. So
You detach a battalion of soldiers to guard the border between Sedna and Elith. If he tries anything, you'll be prepared.
Now that you finished studying, what will you do for the weekend? We can visit the dungeons to become both cheerful and angry. We can do sports to become angry but less lonely. If we play with toys, we will be yielding, lonely, and cheerful. We can sneak out for too willful and lonely. Walk in the gardens for lonely and cheerful. Attend service to be less angry. Visit a tomb to be more depressed and afraid. Explore the castle to be more lonely and afraid. Or attend court for +2 yielding, +1 depressed, and +1 pressured. And here's our mood right now.
okay.
So we're pretty close.
Angry? Oh, I was asking if we wanted to be more angry.
Do we want to be angry? Let me live the queen mood. Moods.
I'm basically happy if we're roughly close to the middle on all of them. In which case the dolls keep us, or the toys keep us pretty close. Because yielding will bring us back down from willful. Cheerful, we're already on the line.
That will make us more lonely, so we'll hit lonely.
Oh yeah. That is true.
It will make us lonely, which means...
Or we could just become less angry. If we become less angry, we become willful. I don't know I don't remember what gives what boosts.
I have the chart up if you want to care.
Do I care?
That's why I said.
I don't think I care.
Oh,
okay. I don't know if Mick cares. They're welcome to cut in and say that they care.
I don't. I mean, I'm indifferent, but
there is a neutral mood if we manage to hit all neutral.
Oh, magic votes for sneak out.
Neutral does nothing. Like, no penalties, no bonuses, no nothing. Because you're neutral to everything.
She's already willful, so I'm like, I don't want to push her too far into willful, but
that would be very willful.
Magic vote sneak out. I don't think we've actually attended service whatsoever yet, and I'm just gonna keep that up.
Well, no, that comes and goes with your mood.
No, I mean, I don't think we've attended service in general yet, regardless of the effect.
Well, I guess we're sneaking out.
Sounds good to me.
Like, if we did attend court, it'll drop our yielding down. And I think that would be 1 depressed, 1 yielding,
and then I think
flat
you get
on
pressured. Yeah, so we would still be angry.
We would still be angry, but we would be very close to the middle. And then we could sneak out, because then we'd have room to move around on willful.
Okay.
Should I do that?
Yeah, let's do it.
Sitting in on court sessions is not fun at all, but it pleases your father, and it may be important for your future.
Alright, so we're still angry.
We're still angry.
Already angry.
So what are we doing today?
The same thing we do every day. Pinky.
Oh, sorry, that I was doing the wrong voice. So, Brain, what are we gonna do for today?
The same thing we do every night, Pinky.
Go eat a cabbage and throw it at a wall.
Just waiting for the
No, that's after usually the next line.
I know, but I don't care.
That's also a very bad Pinky impression.
Do you think I'm attempting to do a good brain?
Oh, I mean, do you know how to do an Orson Welles voice?
Nope.
Or is it H.G. Wells? I forget
Anyway.
Uber.
So,
What are we doing this week?
I think it's very funny that our economics is absolutely 0.
Well, yeah, we know nothing about economics.
But I'm perfectly happy to leave her there. So
She's
unless
as
we have-
economically trained as Faith trained.
What about polearms?
Okay. Should we learn logistics to add a little bit there? Or are we gonna continue on naval strategy?
Continue
do
on
something
naval.
totally different?
Continue on the naval.
Okay.
Get your
Polearms and naval.
boats. Get the boats.
You learn about a variety of long weapons, from the quarterstaff to the spear to the halberd to the glaive. You practice walking while carrying a long weapon, getting a feel for its size and weight, and learning to maneuver without banging it into anything unintentionally.
That's important.
And we have enough of a bonus now that we actually hit 20 in 1 week.
That's pretty good.
Oh, I was gonna save. Oh well.
Yeah, it's fine. What could possibly go wrong?
Study different kinds of ships, their names, designs, and the number of crew needed for each. You study different kinds of ships, their speed, maneuverability, and standard complement of weapons.
And the real question is it really wrong? It's a real determining, like, well, what do you consider wrong?
Look in the Satan channel for cat pics.
Cat pics?
Yes, there are 2 cat pics in the Satan.
Kitties? Percy.
I
And the
love
cat on a
Percy.
PS4.
I love Percy, and I've known that axolotl for 5 minutes, and I would die for it.
Is it stool?
No. You receive word of an unfortunate incident at the gallows where the man you judged was sent to be executed. As he was led to the platform, he suddenly lashed out with explosive magical power, killing several guards and spectators before making his escape. The population is buzzing with rumors of a secret cabal of evil lumens who sacrifice innocents in their dark rituals.
Like I said, I have collected many axolotls without really knowing that they are an ace thing. You know, they're cute.
Oh,
They're
interesting.
cute, and this kingdom is anti-Semitic.
Interesting.
Hmm?
What is?
A thing didn't happen.
A thing didn't happen.
Yeah.
You can't just say that.
Anyway, let's
Well-
sneak out.
No. It's a thing that's like, this could happen. Who knows why it can or can't happen, but it sometimes happens, and it's like, oh, it didn't happen for us. Interesting.
Alright, now let's sneak out. And we'll still be angry, I guess, but that's
Good.
fine.
You sneak out of the castle to have a little fun. You enjoy your freedom, but your father won't like it if he finds out.
Still mad.
There's a perfectly good fluffy blanket laid out for her as she recovers from her surgery, but no, she's gonna go back and forth between my PS4 and my partners. Oh, pie.
Let's do polearms again.
Now let's do logistics.
Okay. What? Sorry, was it polearms and
Pole-
logistics?
Yes.
Polearms
And that should
logistics.
that might also, if I remember right, give us the weapons outfit.
Mm.
So I think it's like 25 or 30 on each.
Mm-hmm.
Let's go!
You learn the basic stances, grips, and position for staff fighting. and how to block a blow without crushing your fingers.
Important.
You practice standard attacks and sweeps with a long staff.
Also important.
You've unlocked a new outfit.
You learn about the types and amounts of food required for an army on the march and how long they will remain edible.
I regret to inform you that Fabian, the Earl of Titan and Duke Regent of Elith, has passed away. This isn't really a surprise. He was pretty old. The problem is the political implications. With the control of Elith in doubt, it falls to the crown to make decisions. Young Lord Adair will not reach his 15th birthday for over 2 years. He requires a regent. His stepmother, Arisi, the Duchess of Lila, has petitioned that the boy be left in her care. This would, however, leave her in personal control of 2 neighboring duchies, which is generally forbidden.
Almost the entire eastern border, because we failed another check. I don't know anything really bad about her, though.
The boy does have a living grandfather, the Earl of Ishtar, or you might appoint an unrelated noble to act in his stead. The Earl of Ishtar has suggested another possibility. You and Adair are both young, not too far apart in age.
Neither of you are of age, actually.
He requests that we accept the boy as your future husband and keep him here at the castle.
That doesn't actually solve the problem of who's controlling the duchy, though.
So we can leave with stepmother, grandfather, Mary, which we're not going to do because gay route, or uncle.
Was it stepmother or just mother?
Stepmother. What do you two think?
I mean, he is the only one that's around your age.
But we are going to the gay routes.
I
That's
believe when it came up, it was like, oh, go for someone younger. And I was like, she's already a child. Are we
That's
saying
fair.
an even younger child? And anyway,
So-
we did the gay route.
So, stepmother, grandfather, or uncle?
What do you think, Satan?
Who's our uncle again?
Your uncle is Armand, the Duke of Mazomba.
I don't know that we ever really properly learned that.
Yeah, that's really about it. I'm not giving input because I see the outcomes.
I know, I know. You could just, like, not look at the outcomes, though.
No, but this is funnier. For me.
Let's leave him with Arisa.
Dare must be upset already. Enough already without us taking him away from his home. Leave him with his stepmother.
As you wish.
Now that you finished studying, what will you do for the weekend?
Murder?
Probably become less angry, actually.
How will we become afraid?
Let's see. It's annoying because I think this is the only one that adds pressured. You can do depressed and afraid.
Well, there are probably
Jobs
more
and
things,
stuff.
but we just haven't unlocked it. Because there's, like, you can go hunting and a bunch of other stuff. It's just, you have to unlock them.
Well, right now, this is the only one that adds pressured, though. That
Yeah,
doesn't change what I said. So, like, if we drop her into lonely, it's kind of hard to balance back out. Let's see. So dungeons and sports are both out if we're trying to leave angry. And then I forget what lonely does, but a lot of these add lonely.
So what would get us closest to the middle?
Let's see. Well, I think we're okay to not be right at the middle. It's just the farther we get, the harder it is to balance back out in the other direction if we need to.
Right.
It will take many weeks to
Is
balance
there
out.
something that gives us afraid and yielding, or is that not enough?
No, you only have
No,
one.
Yielding comes with lonely and cheerful, or with depressed and pressured.
Okay.
So if we chose that one, we would get dumped into depression, but only
just
by
as we
one.
started the game. Just as we started the game.
Well, yes, her mother had just died.
Yes.
Let's see, what gives us afraid? Lonely or depressed? But I think...
Or just negative angry.
Yeah. Well, I suppose in that case, if we just went to service a bunch of times, then yeah, we'd end up at neutral.
I don't think service will touch pressured lonely.
Oh, really?
It does not. Service will not go for all the stuff. It's only for a few of them, if I remember right.
Well, alright. I mean, I'm alright with making her depressed. We could dip one down and then be at afraid.
Okay.
Because there's things for cheerful. There's only so many, but there are some things for cheerful.
Right.
This is a minus lonely, which I guess moves towards pressured, but unfortunately it comes with an angry. So I think if we do afraid, it's better, because there's a handful that'll kind of tip us towards angry, or leave us even enough to stay on angry. So we could be depressed again. Yeah? Okay, I'm gonna make her depressed.
You pay your respects to your mother's tomb and wonder if the same fate is waiting for you.
I mean, yeah, someday everybody dies. Even the queen.
Very true. Yeah.
New outfit. I love how, like, horrifically different this font is compared to the other font it's on top of. Well, we have this one now.
Oh, okay.
However, I think we were basically just gonna stay on this one. So that we
Power
get
to the
boost.
royal demeanor.
Since it's hard to get that one.
Expression and animal handling.
Yes.
Roll for animal handling.
I'm sad our D&D campaign has not come across any snakes because I can't use animal friendship on anything except snakes. I have
maybe-
animal friendship explicitly only for snakes.
Maybe if we come across a giant snake, you can make it friendly, and then I can use it as my mount.
That'd be great. Wait, didn't the one who is fated to die mention some kind of mount that can be obtained in the current city?
Yeah, but I don't know if I don't know if I have the money for that.
True.
Oh, that's true. We don't know how much it would cost.
True.
Well, I mean, y'all are probably about to get a good amount of gold.
What?
Foreshadowing.
Y'all are probably gonna get like 100 gold.
That's not enough to get a mount, though.
Ah, it depends on how much they cost.
I'm not gonna get some just racehorse.
Yeah, you want a warhorse. Also, I think the mount in question was like a giant beetle thing or something,
Yeah, it was something like
rather
that.
than a horse.
Yeah, I guess a warhorse is about 400 gold.
Mm.
We're not getting one of those, presumably.
I could get a pony for 30 gold, but that's not gonna do anything for me.
I don't think they have ponies in the Underdark.
I don't
Or
suppose that Cade is going to step in to help negotiate, like, mount prices.
Can I intimidate? I can intimidate them. That's a thing that I can do.
Yeah.
That might also get us thrown out, but yes,
But it won't get us killed unless I actually try to kill someone, right?
All we know is that they frown upon haggling prices or something like that.
Well, we know
Right.
that from Bupito, who fucking dipped, so...
Yeah.
I
I
am
don't think
taking his particular advice and stuff with a slight grain of salt.
So how am I
Mm.
gonna find Bupito to kill him?
That's
you're just-
what the DMs were asking at the end of the session, but you know...
I guess we're gonna have to just go around and just have somebody go around to people's houses and just go find a Bupito.
You just
We can
knock
kill
on
him in
house
front of
after
his
house,
children.
like, yo, is Bupito here?
Is there a Bupito here?
That's
That's
fair.
even his real name.
So I guess I'm gonna have to be displeased with Patchouli.
Go.
Well, we'll see. I think can still come back.
This was
right?
Patchouli's plan all along to save Bupito of all people.
Is that why you were waiting at the ship?
To warn Bupito? Oh, man. Patchouli
I
got
didn't even
incredible.
think I didn't even think Patchouli liked Bupito.
I don't
She
think
doesn't.
anybody likes Bupito.
Patchouli is like, I don't trust this guy.
Yeah. It wouldn't
I
surprise.
think Sul is only kind of halfway. Like, well, I suppose he did come along on the murder field trip and killed something on the murder field trip. So I guess he's not the worst. I mean, better than this cowardly half-elf who never comes along and is always going off having secret conversations.
She doesn't, but she really doesn't like the idea of just letting her party member kill a guy?
But is
So surprisingly, Sul might be the least inclined of the party to kill Bupito.
Yeah,
so you're telling me that lying to a party member is not worse than letting me murder some random person?
A person who did ditch us. And lie to us.
Yeah. And might be a murderer.
Might be. My patient doesn't give a shit about lying. Probably. I guess Will would still kill him, though. They're very mercurial. So, actually, they might still be on board with killing him. Depending on their mood.
What we could do is kill Bupido and then put Stool on top of Bupido and see if Stool, like, dissolves Bupido.
Hey, Stool, you want a nice, nutritious meal? You know, it's kind of awkward to keep feeding mushrooms to the mushroom. Would you like a nice, juicy piece of meat?
Oh, amazing.
That'd be one way to get rid of the body, I suppose.
It might take a while.
Well, are you saying that you wouldn't help?
How would I help dissolve a body?
Oh, Soul's ready for cannibalism.
No, I'm not eating a body.
Soul is ready for cannibalism in the name of deranged, delicious murder.
Kate's just like, I'm gonna kill the guy. That's about it.
How are you gonna cover up your crime?
You
know, relatively
magic.
Cannibalism and stool eating the guy is more of a plan.
Magic.
What kind of magic?
I have spells.
Magic hasn't agreed to help you with this. Magic hasn't. Well, Magic has technically kind of agreed to letting him die, but is regretting.
No, I'm not. I'm not saying.
Father?
I'm not saying you, Magic. I'm saying I have spells to. I don't. What are you doing?
He's not even. His life's not even promised to you.
I know.
Wait, what's Einram gonna do if Cade kills Pepito first?
Cade was not a part of this plan, so...
Yeah, I wasn't a part of this plan. I don't know what he was promised to you. So if I kill him, I kill him.
What will Einram do if that happens?
Oh, Einram will probably either clap or try to fight Cade. So...
Oh, good. Clap or murder the warlock. God.
Like on one hand.
Well, it depends on how
finally, you committed some killing. You committed some murder. Good job.
It would be with a spell.
But then on the other hand, wait, that was my kill.
If it's something like Dissonant Whispers, Einram will not be very happy.
No, I have other spells than Dissonant Whispers.
Like if you make him blow up, like
I don't have a spell to blow people up.
You can't cast Bonfire on him?
Visibly traceable.
That will blow him up!
Okay, but
setting a man on fire is still pretty good.
Very impressive.
I mean, it wouldn't set him on fire. It would set the spot he's on fire that he can move out of.
We'll put him to sleep. I don't know.
I don't have sleep. I don't think I can get sleep.
Learn what?
I don't know.
Yeah, Sharky, why don't you just learn one?
Sorry, none of my spells are spell to blow someone up.
You could have taken a feat that let you get a wizard spell, and then you would have been fine.
Are there feats to learn wizard spells, though?
I think so. Let me check.
I don't think so.
Alright, well, you guys go check that. I'm gonna use the restroom because I've had 2 smoothies and 2 coffees today.
Okay. What about Spell Sniper?
Spell Sniper.
I think that just lets you learn a offensive cantrip.
You learn one cantrip that requires an attack roll. Choose the cantrip from Bard, Cleric, Druid, Sorcerer, Warlock, or Wizard.
I'm pretty sure there's... What is it? Let's see.
Yeah, there is Magic Initiate where you learn 2 cantrips of your choice.
And one level spell from one class.
I don't know how that would work because of my... How would that work? See, but here's the problem. I can't choose Wizard because my intelligence modifier is garbage.
It doesn't allow you to cast spells with your...
Your spellcasting ability for these spells depends on the class you choose.
Yikes.
Charisma for them, Wisdom for these, and Intelligence for Wizard. So if I wanted a... If I wanted to take that, I would have to choose a level 1 sorcerer.
What all did I miss? Why is Magic yelling "Get smarter"?
Because I said I can't take the feat that Mick was talking about. If I take a wizard's first level spell, that spell would be based on my intelligence modifier, which is a +0.
I'm sure there are some spells that have high dice rolls, and yeah.
Oh, that just have high dice rolls. Because I'm known for high dice rolls.
In the recap for last time, not this past time, but the one before, was like, everyone with any bit of muscle, parentheses, and stool, struggled to push the boat free. Because I had a -1, and you know what? I rolled like a 19 on that.
Yes, but I don't have that luck.
Get some.
Sorry, I don't... How do I steal luck from somebody?
I don't know, you've done it from me before.
Yeah, but that was when we were in person.
Well, I guess I'm out of range, sorry.
I need to get a feat to increase my range.
Alright, who's within range of you? I guess Mick is
My
probably
roommate.
the nearest one out of our campaign. But I don't think you should steal Mick's luck, probably.
My luck is pretty bad, so...
See, my luck is pretty bad, and then Sharky stole what little bit I had. And then...
There was a few times that I stole the little bit of luck you had. It was pretty impressive. It was
a different thing before, and every single time I was apparently off by 1.
Yeah, it was actually like really impressive.
I rolled the max of everything that our friend was like, oh, if you do this, that's like you do something epic, like amazing, like perfect, whatever. I rolled the absolute maximum, and I only got to do the thing that I wanted to do out of him giving me a little bit of pity, being like, okay, you are still off by 1, but we're just gonna say that you achieved it. You were fine, though, because you stole my luck.
Yes, I stole the little bit of luck you had.
So what are we doing?
What are we doing?
Let's see. Let's go for dance.
Dance.
We're falling apart to have
Ba
time?
ba ba. I don't know.
At
I don't know
halftime, 2
anything.
halftime, something like that.
I don't know. What are lyrics? So we're doing dance, and what should the other one be? Should we just do logistics again?
I'm tempted, so we get the military thing.
Okay, let's do it. Fall into temptation.
Yeah, because we already have the intrigue one, right? If it's 25.
Believe so?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Catsuit. What does the catsuit look like? Oh, right.
It looks like a catsuit.
Looks like a something.
Lyrics are what you'll sing for the Christmas album, Sharky!
Yeah, so logistics and dance. Dance and logistics.
You practice different partner dance positions closely held at a distance and non-contact, and the appropriate hand placement for each. You begin practicing dance steps in time to music, quick and slow, turning and weaving. You study the kinds of equipment that soldiers need available, such as bedding, weapons, armor, medicine, bandages, and the tools to repair anything damaged. You study different kinds of transport, animals, wagons, sledges, ships, boats, and boots.
And mounts for Einram. You've unlocked a new outfit.
There's a woman here to see you. She is a musician and wishes crown patronage.
Are we about to fail a check?
Oh, of course we are.
Which means money.
Your Royal Highness, if you accept me as a member of your court, I will immortalize you in word and song. I have dabbed in musical styles from many countries and can entertain your guests and lighten your evenings.
Oh, we passed 6 intrigue! Musicians are often used as secret agents and messengers. They can be useful and dangerous.
The musician sings a little ditty to demonstrate her skills with the lute.
This is actually pretty good. Elodie has no taste.
Welp.
I love music. Yeah, okay. Very well. You can remain as part of the court. Mick, are you a secret agent and or messenger?
I would like to be, but no.
Maybe one day.
I will do my best for you.
Alright, so now we are depressed. And we probably want to become cheerful.
Interesting.
Or yielding. Or pressured.
Under pressure.
Or we can bring one back to angry to move lonely up, which will still leave us depressed.
That sounds good.
Guess we're getting Anki. You take to the court for a few games of tennis. Feel the thrill of competition.
New outfit. Uniform. Anyway, back to this one. Alright. So we're still alright with... Or we still have bonuses to expression and animal handling. And penalty to world demeanor again, conversation, and athletics. And... Let's see. And then we have like the more minor bonuses, like the intellectual and stuff.
I'm not actually sure.
I'm tempted to bump something in history. I don't know what, but something.
Foreign affairs could be good.
Yeah. We've failed a lot of foreign affairs, or history checks in general, I think. We did manage to pass that intrigue check, but
That intrigue check was low.
yeah.
Like, super low.
Wow, we passed the super low one. Wow.
Like,
great.
20 points in the entirety of intrigue low.
Yeah, we can put some in foreign affairs, and then
Ciphering?
sure.
Sure.
Affairs, intrigue, ciphering, and go. Hi, Kate Sith. There's suddenly a cat at my back.
Nice. Tumbula to the north underwent a peasant revolution shortly after you were born. The nobles either fled or were killed, and the new rulers have so far refused to establish official diplomatic ties with Nova. While they are not friendly, neither are they enemies, at least not yet. You practice random substitution ciphers where the normal alphabet is replaced by one in jumbled order. This is harder to decode, but most people need a written substitution chart to read or write it, and that chart can be lost or stolen. You practice complex transposition ciphers, where messages are written down in columns or lines and then reorganized into scrambled words. That means that both an encoded and plain text written copy exists, which can be insecure.
Kate sat on my lap and then immediately tried to chomp down on the strap of my Fitbit and pull it away. She was like, a snack. The plastic is not a snack, however.
Is it a snack?
It is also not a snack. It is not, in fact, Soul.
You receive a letter from young Lord Adair. It's a bit messy and hard to read, but he seems to be thanking you for letting him stay with the family he knows.
That's sweet.
Alright, what should we do this time?
What are we?
We're depressed.
We should probably...
What were you going to say?
You go.
I was just going to ask if we wanted to be less depressed and less angry. I guess cheerful and afraid, or is that not an option?
I can look, but I don't think there's anything that combines cheerful and afraid. There's cheerful and angry. There's cheerful
Just
and
less
lonely.
depressed.
There's cheerful, lonely, and yielding. I guess the thing to keep in mind is that it goes from left to right in the case of a tie. So
that's right.
if we move towards cheerful, we're just going to be angry again.
Yep.
That's fair.
Let's see, things we can move around right now. We could become willful by sneaking out. We can become willful by sneaking out. I think this one brings us back, I think, to being angry. Yeah, because...
And we don't want to go back to angry, right? That's the mood that I'm getting.
We could, but it doesn't really change the 2 sets of bonuses we've gotten so far.
That's
So if we wanted
fair.
bonuses to anything else, we probably... Although we could spend 1 week at Angry in the process of trying to get to something else. It just depends what else we want to get to.
Fair.
What does pressure do again?
Are you actually asking?
Yeah.
-1 to conversation, +1 to athletics, -1 to history, -1 to economics, +1 to faith.
We want
Fuck
to do
faith.
history, right? Or are we not doing that?
We could work towards history. We don't have very much in history right now.
Okay.
I think foreign affairs is the only one we have, and it's only just reached like 30, 40 something.
Okay. And we're not doing economics.
Like we could, we just don't have anything in it yet, and
Yeah,
it partially
that's
feels like, well, this far in, is it
Yeah.
worth it versus some of the higher checks?
Yeah.
We could just work towards things that we are already kind of good at, and
We could
Yeah.
get
go
them
further
higher
in.
up.
Because
That
we
is
have
true.
failed checks on things that we had like a 40 on because it needed like a
Right.
50.
Okay.
So,
Did we want to do more military things then?
sure. I feel like we've made her pretty angry so far, so you know
Yeah.
what?
If only our cruelty stat was higher.
Got yield. Okay, that adds to depressed. Yeah, if we do yielding, lonely, and cheerful, I think that puts us back to angry, right? Cheerful, yielding, lonely. So, yeah.
Yes.
So let's play with some toys.
Spent the weekend holed up in your room with your favorite toys. It's childish, but you feel a bit better.
But she is a child.
She is a child.
That
An
she
angry
is.
child again. We have a great boost to military now. And to
Yeah.
weapons. We have a pretty good boost to weapons.
Do you want to get weapons and military up then? Do you want to
Yeah.
fast
Sure.
track some of them up?
Archery, perhaps, since it's the lowest.
What military to get up is the thing. I say. What do you think?
Logistics.
Alright, we are going back to logistics and we are doing archery. Boom.
You learn about the support costs created by support. The more equipment you have, the more people and animals are needed to move them. And then those people and animals also need to be fed and equipped. You learn about the difficulty of obtaining new supplies from the field. Enemy civilians may hide or destroy supplies rather than let them fall into your hands. Friendly civilians may not stay friendly if raw. You learn about caring for your bow, how to store it between uses, stringing and unstring, check for damage or wear. You also learn that you should never fire a bow without an arrow on the string. You strap on protective gear and practice gripping, drawing, and anchoring the bow before loosing your shot. You practice shooting at clearly marked targets across the flat field.
3 and 1. Wow.
Yeah. Your agents report a buildup of military strength. We have agents? Interesting.
Well, I mean, we are the crown princess.
Particularly warships in Shinjia, the major power across the ocean to the west. They may be intending to go on the attack.
Oh no, maybe we should have gone for naval instead. Oh well. Oh, foreign affairs pass. Shinjia has been growing larger in recent years.
Shinjia lies a great distance from Nova. You have a few diplomatic ties and no known conflicts. There's no reason to assume that you would be their target. Still, if they send a fleet across the ocean, Nova might be in danger. At the very least, shipping would be disrupted. It takes time to assemble worthy vessels. Do you have advance warning? You could make your own preparations to defend your coasts. The downside is, they won't come cheap. I didn't think we would pass that.
No faith in us, I suppose.
No, we have no faith. I thought we talked about that.
We have definitively no faith and no way of gaining faith. I'm inclined to do nothing, but I am willing to be swayed.
What about you, Sharky?
Sharky is looking at a guide and doesn't want to give any.
No. I'm not looking at a guide. I see what happens in the weeks.
Let's build warship. More warships.
You send orders for the assembly of new ships and the strengthening of weaponry and cladding on the existing fleets. If trouble comes, you'll be ready for it.
Alright, now that you've finished studying, what will you do for the weekend? If we're willing to just stay on Angry, we have more options. But what do we... What is our goal?
I'm just kind of winging it, if I'm gonna be completely honest.
I mean, that's cool too. Alright, if you wanted to pick an icon at random, which one would you wing?
I suppose the teddy bear.
Alright, we're playing with more toys. I'm just gonna skip it, it's the same line. We are now lonely, which means we're good at conversation and medicine. I guess it's good to be good at medicine.
Yeah, I would say that it's good to be good at conversation, but that's one thing that I'm not good at.
We can increase, I would say, court manners and maybe battlefield? Or herbs.
Okay.
One or the other. I feel like we're going very militant, and so maybe it'd be good to be good at battlefield medicine.
Yeah, I'd say so.
Let's go for
Do
it.
we want court manners, or do we want a different one?
Do we need... I mean, I guess we do need court manners, but, like, how important is that?
I don't know. I think we failed earlier, but I don't know when the next check would come up.
If there is another check, I don't know. And that is me saying I do not know. Not being a sassy person.
Anyway, I'm gonna put battlefield medicine first.
Okay.
And then conversation. I'm also kind of like, because we have 0 in the other ones, so it's like, do we catch up or do we just hope that the next time a court manners one might come up that we pass that?
We max out at 50. If we don't, unless we have everything at 25.
Alright, well, do we want to work on public speaking or flattery then?
I mean, we can still do... How much are we gonna get if we just do court manners?
We will
15?
get... No, we will get... I think above 20.
Oh.
Because we're basically getting 6 per ticks, and...
Wait, 6?
Yeah, because of the... you get 5 normally, and then you add the +1 that conversation gives. So we're getting 6 per tick, and it's 3 or 4 ticks, at least. So we're gonna be
times 5.
Yeah,
because there's 5 days of the week.
Yeah,
and
so
then it
like
asks what to do on the weekend. Okay, well then, I'm gonna go with public speaking because she doesn't seem like the flattery type.
Yeah.
And
At
that will
least how
also
we've built her.
that will also tell us exactly how much we get, because it would be 6 point something times.
All right.
Let's go.
You learn that wounds, even minor ones, should be washed as soon as possible to prevent dirt from growing under the skin. You practice tongue-twisting sequences of syllables to improve your enunciation.
It is 5 ticks. But that was plus 17 and plus 19. That wasn't.
Don't know why, because that should have been. I feel like that should have been more.
No, I think it's
Or is it?
I think you're thinking that it's base 5, and I think it's actually base 1.
3. No, it's not base 1.
1 or 2, because then it has the plus like 1.5 or something.
No, that might have been base 3.
Or no, I think it's base 2, because it's if you did, when we did it at the very beginning and we had the plus 1 bonus, it was 15 when there were no other bonuses involved. And if there was no bonus involved and we also didn't have the skill bonus, I think it was 10. So I think it's base 2. Not 10, not 5. I was like, 5 doesn't seem right. Or else 25 would literally just be 1 week with no bonuses.
I have unpleasant news to report. Caloris, the Duke of Sedna, has instituted high tariffs and trade restrictions at the Elath border.
Too much math. Did I show you, Sharky? There was a, like, basically would you rather little game thing going around for amnesia memories.
No, you did not.
Okay, I should, I'm gonna post it into the Discord because I cannot believe what people answered.
Amnesia Memories was a fun game.
It was fun.
That was an interesting playthrough of mine. Because I was still
memories.
It is a otome game, Japanese dating sim. And
yeah, the basic premise is that a fairy has flown into your brain and now you have amnesia and you are dating someone apparently, and there are different, like slightly different universes, and you're trying to figure out which universe you actually
come
belong
from.
to. So each route is a separate universe that has like most of the same characters, but like slight differences.
Yeah.
And you're trying to basically get through, regain your memories, and not like raise suspicion.
Okay.
Because like because if you say like I don't remember who you are, might be some problems.
Of you.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's the big thing is you could get taken advantage of, so they're explicitly like, no, you can't just go around being like, I have amnesia, and you can't go to the hospital because all of the normal treatments don't apply because the reason you have amnesia is because there's a fairy in your head. So it was like, no, you need the stimulation from, or I think that was the other thing about going to like a friend or family member. It was like, even if they believe you and don't take advantage of you, then the alternate thing is, well, of course, if you have amnesia, the thing to do would be to bring you to the hospital, but then you'd be stuck in the hospital for the rest of your life, probably.
Well, they keep trying treatments about the amnesia, yeah.
Whereas, like, the way to get your memories back is to just expose yourself to stimuli from your day-to-day life, trying to bring back, like, relevant things, to, like, push the fairy back out.
It was a very interesting game. We got all the good endings on stream.
Okay.
I've also played in general on my own before we ever started the channel. Yeah. And that, I got all of the endings, just all of them.
Yeah. That was like one of our first games. One of the first few.
Yeah, kind of. Quite early. I'm trying to find this picture. Hang on. I'm sorry. Oh, here. Okay, I found it. So I'm gonna copy the link to the tweet actually into the Discord. Stick it in the general channel. And then you can you'll get to see what people chose on the question that feels like it should be obvious to me, but some people may have different opinions than me.
The first one has okay.
So it's pick which character versus that character, or like pick this versus that. Cage versus math puzzles, guys. Would you rather be put into a cage, like a dog cage, and imprisoned, or would you rather do math puzzles? I thought that was a pretty easy choice. Apparently, the comments disagree with me.
A lot of people in the comments chose the cage over the math puzzles.
I don't understand.
I know. I was like, guys, like, it's literally just like a big dog cage, like in the story. And sorry, spoilers, but we played this on the stream before. You can watch it for yourself at the archive. I will put that link.
One of the comments is literally, "I'll take the cage over math any day. Any day, please. At least I get my plushies and entertainment."
But you don't. You don't get entertainment. You're trapped inside a dog cage. He literally drugs you, and then, like, while you're asleep, because he's mad that you've, like, snuck out of his apartment where he's, kind of keeping you safe. This is the yandere route, for context. But he drugs you, and then while you're asleep from the drugs, he goes out, buys the largest dog cage he can, and sticks your body in it, and then you're just trapped in a dog cage. Because you didn't listen.
And I'm assuming that you stay there forever.
One of the bad ends is that you remain in the dog cage forever, and then because you aren't getting stimulus, like, you're not getting any stimulation from living your life because your life is just in this cage, you also basically go brain dead, and the fairy takes up more and more of your brain, and he can't escape, and you can't escape from the cage, and he's, like, trying to talk to you, like, come on, answer, and you're just bleh. So you really just literally become a doll in there.
Some of the other ones, sorry, but I suck at math, and they chose the cage. I'd rather be in a cage than do math puzzles.
I remember seeing one that was like, cage over math any day, and I was just like, what?
It's like, even if I wasn't good at math, I would still rather, not be in a cage.
And, like, this seems like a very easy answer to me. And the very easy answer is, I don't want to be trapped inside a dog cage. It doesn't sound very comfortable because, like, it's literally not large enough for her to, like, stand up or even kneel. I think she had to, like, be seated.
Something like that.
Like, she can't even, like, kneel all the way up. So that's extremely uncomfortable. She can't lie down all the way across either. So like you're
Yeah.
like, that seems terrible, Fairnese. And like when he allowed her out of the cage to shower, he would put her wrist in a handcuff so that she couldn't try to escape while she's in the bathroom showering. It's just like, no. I will absolutely take the math puzzles. What the fuck is wrong with you all?
Yeah.
It is.
I thought that was a very easy answer, and now I'm like, do people hate math that much? Like, what did math ever do to you guys?
Yes. Apparently.
Yeah.
People are strange.
I think there were several of the people answering that I was just like, yeah, I disagree with you guys. You guys are entirely wrong.
Yeah, those are I'm like, I don't know what I would choose for some of those. Definitely wouldn't choose the cage.
And again, there are apparently people that Toma's their favorite route. I'm just like,
Uh-huh. Dog cage favorite, apparently.
like, the achievement for getting his good end is literally titled, "You have really bad taste in men."
Mm-hmm.
Or what was the exact phrasing?
I mean, I can find it real quick. Hold on.
I've got it. The exact phrasing for wait, did they change it? They changed it. Why did they change it?
I will be right back.
Okay.
Yeah, okay. It seems that they changed the name of that achievement, but it literally did used to say, "You have really bad taste in men." And that is literally a line, like, that even the character says to you, like, "You have weird taste in men." Because even he's aware, like, I drugged you, I put you in a cage, like, he nearly sexually assaults you in the good and normal ends, I believe. Like, the quote-unquote good end is that he is about to sexually assault you, and then your diary falls down from the shelf and happens to open up to a page where he sees, like, oh, he misunderstood the situation from before you got amnesia, because he had seen you, like, sort of sneaking around with this guy, and so he thought you were secretly dating him, and his route, he claims to be your boyfriend. He was not your boyfriend. He is lying to you that whole route, claiming to have been your boyfriend. And as he's about to sexually assault you, the diary opens up. He realizes that actually he was the one that MC had a crush on. And then he's like, oh my gosh. And that's the only thing that basically stops him.
Wow.
Is realizing, like, oh wait, I didn't have to do this. You liked me all along. I hate that route so much.
Yeah.
I think it is absolutely wild that that is some people's favorite route. I guess to each their own, but I'm like, wow. Wow. No.
Does not make sense to me.
And that was basically the moment that I was just like, wow, I fucking hate yandere. I cannot do yandere routes. That is not for me. Thank you. No thank you. There was another game that I had been playing where there's a yandere route, and I hated that one too, but it was one of the only 2 routes that's initially available because you have to unlock them sequentially, and I hated that. because in that one, the yandere guy, like MC, there's like a serial killer running around, and MC literally is nearly killed, passes out from like a leg injury. The guy finds her, takes her away without telling anyone, in absolute secret, to like an old abandoned restaurant place in like an abandoned district, in the fridge where there are no windows or anything, and like brings her all her meals and stuff, and is calling her his princess and stuff like that. And like MC literally is even considers like, wait, what if he's the serial killer? I don't actually know that he's not.
Right.
But the correct answers for that route are actually to just go along with it the entire way. And he even says such creepy lines as when he's brought the food, like, oh, I wish that it was your arms that were broken instead of your leg so that I could feed you.
Oh, wow.
And I'm just like, I hate this. I hate this so much. I don't understand what people like about yandere routes. I hate that so much.
Yeah, I don't understand it either.
I don't get it. What am I supposed to like? Because at least in Amnesia, that yandere route, like, they are very self-aware about it. So, like, the route the ending used to have the achievement, you have bad taste in men. And, like, the correct answers at various points are, in fact, to, like, run away and to question the guy and, like, not believe him all the way. So I'm like, okay, I hate what's happening in the route, but I like how MC is handling it. This other game was just like, MC is just supposed to put their full faith absolutely in this guy, even as he's saying such creepy shit as, I wish it was your arms that were broken instead of your legs, so that I could feed you and keep you here forever. Like, what the fuck?
What did I come back to?
Oh, I was describing another yandere route from a different game that I was playing, not as part of the stream, and I was just like, what the fuck? I hate this so much. I think I've told you about that one before.
Oh, probably, but I don't remember.
Like, there's a serial killer on the loose, and he finds MC, like, passed out and secretly takes her to, like, an abandoned restaurant in an abandoned district and locks her up in the fridge room to take care of her while she recovers or whatever the fuck. And you're just supposed to be like, yeah, I trust you. I absolutely trust you. And if you choose the option that, like, doubts him, you die. And I'm just like, I hate this.
Yes, I do remember you talking about that.
And, like, MC has every reason to believe he may, in fact, be the serial killer, because at one point, before this happens, he's, like, the chef at the hotel where she's staying, and he knows that she doesn't like strawberries or whatever, but he, like, makes a thing with strawberries, and he gets this really scary look, and he's like, eat it. And she's, like, terrified, and she doesn't want to. And her childhood friend that's with her is just like, okay, whatever, like, lay off, and he eats it. And the next day he gets, like, horribly sick, and is, like, hospitalized. And I think there was something else from the guy that he tried to feed her, but, or maybe it was the similar thing, same thing, but they gave it to, like, a nearby, like, neighborhood cat that comes by sometimes, and then the cat was dead a day or two later. So it was just like, yeah, there are signs throughout this route pointing to this guy may very well be the serial killer. But you're just supposed to trust him. You're just supposed to be like, yeah, I believe you. Thanks for locking me up. And, like, even as he's telling you, like, yeah, I haven't told anyone that you're here, and like, I can't trust anybody, so you're not allowed to have like a phone or anything, and no one's allowed to know where you are. And like, oh no, I told all your friends, but I just, you know, they're fine with you just being here. Which sounds wild, right? That doesn't sound realistic. As she's being kept in a windowless fridge inside an abandoned restaurant in an empty district. Like, really? You want me to just keep picking the, like, yeah, trust him. Trust him. Mm-hmm. No, I'm sure he's trustworthy. I didn't make it very far through that game. I never finished all the routes.
I don't blame you.
Because this was one of the only 2 routes that's initially available, and you have to, like, unlock sequentially. I was just like, no, I don't like this enough, and I don't forgive this enough for putting me through this. I have other games to play. So, wait, Sharky, you read this? Did you
Yes.
read this?
Business is disrupted, and there are growing shortages of supplies.
Abruptly, she's back into the game.
Yeah.
Economics failed.
Yeah, we weren't passing that.
Well, yeah.
So we're gonna send emergency aid?
I feel like the way that we've
What were you
been
gonna
playing...
Oh, I was just asking what you were gonna say.
The way we've been playing, I feel like Elodie is just like, fuck them. But if you
Yeah.
have another opinion, we can go
No.
the other way.
And we did just take on the court musician, so
We can't afford to send you emergency aid. We're busy paying this musician.
Well, we also are constructing boats.
Uh-huh.
that's also
Yeah. Totally important. So business got harder. Doesn't that happen all the time? It's not my fault they didn't plan ahead. People must fucking hate her. Okay, so she is lonely now, which I think is fine, because we should work on conversation and stuff probably anyway. What is it,
Right.
Conversation in medicine.
Yeah.
So what do we want to do? We do not want to increase yielding or angry, because we'll lose lonely that way, unless we also increase lonely.
What is afraid part of?
Afraid is the flip of angry, so it'll bring angry down actually.
Cheerful and angry. What did toys do? Is that
Toys
Sure.
was, I believe, depressed, or no, cheerful, yielding, and lonely.
Yep.
So it will bring lonely down further. However,
and you want
there's
right?
only one option, or well, kind of 2 options for reducing lonely. So I don't know about doing toys again.
Okay, that's fair. What about sneaking out? What does that do?
That is willful, and I believe lonely again.
Okay.
There
yeah,
are a lot of
you-
things that make her lonely. I think we could do visit tomb. We could do. Well, technically, we could probably still do one that increases lonely. I just wouldn't want to go past 3. So if we wanted to do one that increases lonely, we could do 1 more probably.
We can do the tomb because that gives you. What does it give you? Lonely and
Depressed and afraid. So
Or
it bumps depressed down by 1 into depression, and afraid to flat. But lonely will still be the most. 2?
That works.
Alright. We contemplate mortality and still feel lonely. We're at week 27, we're still alive.
Very surprised.
We actually haven't done a lot to we actually haven't touched a lot of the deaths. We avoided them because we're like, let's not touch that. Or we didn't pass a specific check that allowed us to possibly get the death. We are actually getting to the point where it's going to be throwing deaths at us like almost every week or multiple times a week.
Alright, well, I think we should keep going on battlefield medicine and public speaking.
Okay. Yeah, let's do it.
Also just gonna save real quick. We are approaching, or are we at the point where it's gonna throw deaths constantly?
We are approaching.
Okay, can you let me know when we're at the point?
Let's just say after week 30.
After week 30?
Yes.
Alright, so if we
Like,
make it to week 30...
32 technically, but like...
We'll save at 30, since the last save was at 20.
There is a death coming up, though, before then.
So, as I said, if we survive to that point.
Yes. There is, I think, one possible death that we could do.
Alright, battlefield and public speaking. Let's go.
Oh, sorry, 2!
Alright, you learn that blood loss wastes life energy, bleeding should be stopped through bandages, pressure, and elevation. You learn that minor burns should be cooled, washed, and gently wrapped to keep them clean like a cut. Major burns and scalding such as boiling oil are untreatable on the battlefield. You take deep breaths and practice speaking loudly and clearly, projecting your voice to every corner of the room. You memorize lists and sonnets, then recite them for your teacher and any castle staff she can round up to serve as an audience.
Should I take this one? Should I take this one?
Up to you.
Up to you.
My lady, there are letters for you. Another letter from Bryony. Why does she keep writing me? We were never even friends. She says she's bored and lonely and she's looking forward to seeing me at Gwenelle's birthday party. That's right! Gwenelle is about to turn 15. She'll be Duchess of Sudbury for real now. This other letter must be my invitation to her birthday celebration next week. Gwenelle and I were friends at school. This will be a big event, but it's also a long way to travel. A lot of things can happen on the road. Divination failed. Was
I feel like that was
Bryony
foreshadowing.
Huh?
I said I feel like that was foreshadowing.
Probably. Was Bryony the one that is the gay rat though? Was that the name of the girl?
Let me double check. I don't believe so. Yes, actually.
I remembered. All right, so I guess we're going to the party.
All right.
For the sake of gay, we might die, but you know, that's fine. If we die gay.
That works for me.
It'll be good to see my friends. Hey, we got a cheerful. Let's see. We can do... Oh, we literally can't go to service.
No, because we are not. Because it only affects the first 2 slots.
Well, we don't have anything to reduce pressured by 2. And... let's see. We can go real yielding real fast. Or we can dip lonely even further, but flip willful.
Yeah, let's do it. And we just don't want to go past 3, right?
Yeah, I think that's probably the part where it becomes hard to get it back up. Because I'm thinking if we go willful on the sneaking out, then we can bring it back to yielding, but start bringing lonely back up.
Okay.
and have like one depressed or something, and that's not too bad. Basically the opposite of what we did earlier. Alright, sneak out. Sneak out of the castle, have a little fun. Your dad's a grumpy pants. Alright, so we now have... We're past the 30 mark on these. Should we switch anything? Should we... Anything? We could start working towards herbs and flattery, or we could say fuck them and do something else.
Or that too, yeah.
If it was 2 base, then it's 3.8 plus the 0.37, I think. So that's like 4.2. Wait. Yeah, 4.25 or so, I think. Which is just under the 25. There's flattery. Or we go back to court manners because we are about to go to a party. So I'm like, is there anything we should plan for in order to go for a party?
Let's go with court manners.
Okay, court manners. And?
Do we want to do herbs? Or do we want to keep up with the battlefield? Oh, that would take us over. Or that would take us to the cap. We could do herbs. I don't know if it's gonna really affect us much, but...
Yeah, let's start working towards herbs. I think court manners will be just shy of capped, so I think that should be fine.
You learn that willow bark can be used to relieve aches and fevers. You learn that feverfew can be used to reduce tension and headaches.
Good to know.
You study the traditions of ballroom etiquette and how to politely accept or defer an offer, and how to avoid impression of attachment to an individual. You memorize the correct title for every servant in the castle. Treating servants with respect ensures good service.
Yes, you should. You should treat servers with respect. I guess we did hit the cap, but just barely. Oh, your skill in court manners is now 25. You may not increase the skill until your other conversation skills are 25 or higher. That's fine. On your journey to Sudbury, your carriage is attacked by bandits. Sharky had to step away for a sec, so I'm gonna just read the narrator. Oh! Hey! We passed archery and reflexes! Yay! We passed the check! We didn't die! You hear the distinctive sound of incoming arrows just in time to push yourself away from the window and avoid being shot. The screams outside. Not all of your guards have been as lucky. The attackers scatter as soon as your forces show signs of resistance, vanishing into the woods. The rest of your trip passes without incident, but you can't help jumping at shadows. You're afraid now. But we did survive. Or at least one of the 2 possible deaths. Did you say something?
Oh no, I didn't.
Oh, okay. Winnell's party is lovely. Not nearly as glamorous as our own upcoming birthday will be, of course, but it's still a major event on the noble social calendar. Everyone who is anyone is present. Uncle Laurent and your younger cousins are here, but Charlotte and her mother are not. Apparently, Charlotte was ill. How did we say Irisi? The Duchess of Lila is present, but she somehow always manages to avoid talking to you when you draw near. Rude. We let you have the unusual, like, double duchy next to each other. You should at least come and say thank you, lady. There are freshmen and dancers and musicians and polite conversations, and one or two not so polite.
Will not be shoved aside.
Mother, it's my domain now. I need space for myself. You have your own lands to manage.
Just because you're of age doesn't mean you know everything, young lady. You need my advice.
This is my home. It has never been yours. Before you can back away, their gazes fall on you. They wait expectantly for you as near queen to settle the dispute. Flattery fails.
Rip the one thing that we didn't think
The
we
thing that we
made.
like looked at and went, no, let's study court manners. Well, who should we side with?
I say the mother.
+1 yielding. You should listen to your mother. She loves you and she deserves your respect.
Thank you, Your Highness.
I am the Duchess of Sudbury and I must command respect of my own. We're not children anymore, Elodie. If you let people treat you like that, you can't rule them.
But you're still children, though. I don't...
You are still children. But I guess in this supposed kingdom, there is a... you come of age at 15. Hello, always sipping. No, me not grabbing. Thank you for the raid. Hello. How's Disney Dreamlight Valley? It's a bird. It's a plane. No, it's a zoo raid. Does that mean there are elephants and like tigers and stuff? Like, okay, no, I'm going to remember this time to use the shout out command that I programmed with like much testing and everything and then always forget to use. No, it's just my raid message.
I know how that is.
But I would still like to imagine that there are like zebras and elephants and stuff among the raid. That'd be pretty fun. How's the queen going? Well, we nearly died just now, but then we didn't die, which is shocking. And so I guess she's alive for now. Thrilling. Yeah, we got attacked by bandits, but we survived the bandits, and now we're at a party, but we failed on flattery, so now our friend is mad at us because we're like, you should listen to your mom. And I think we just hit the part of the story in which we do being gay. Although I guess we won't be gay do crimes because we're the queen, and so we decide what's a crime or not, apparently.
Fair, yeah.
Monarchy, woo. Oh no, I do be gay. See, there we go. Because we're on the gay romance route, assuming we survive. That's a big assumption. That's assuming a lot. But and Sharky had to step away for a sec. I'm like, do we wait for him? Do we just go on with the gay? Do we just chat about random other things? I don't actually. How, like, I feel like I've been seeing Dreamlight Valley like floating around, and I don't know very much about it.
It just came out a couple of days ago, I think.
Which is why I've been hearing about it, but I don't know very much. But I think I saw in someone's Discord that you assign like chores to some of them, and someone had put Mickey on gardening or something, and I was like, what? It's like Animal Crossing mixed with my time at Portia. Interesting. Not quite Stardew Valley, but similar. Interesting. I do like a good farming sim. but maybe more like Rune Factory.
That's fair. So you're getting Harvestella then, right?
I don't know, maybe. It's tempting, but I'm also still mad at Square for how much they're going into the crypto and NFTs and stuff.
Yeah.
So I'm like, not exactly, but kind of boycotting them, but I'm also kind of a sucker for exactly their shit. And I'm really mad that they're doing this to us because I can't believe they came out with a figurine of Cloud Strife that has an attached NFT apparently. Like it comes with an NFT.
Yeah, that's
just
gross.
I'm like, Cloud fucking Strife, the bioterrorist? Like the eco-terrorist? Not bioterrorist. Eco-terrorist that like starts off the game bombing a reactor? That Cloud Strife? That's the one that you decided to make a figurine with an NFT attached. Really? So I'm like, Harvestella, and they just announced the various day life, and they have the other games that they announced, and I'm just like, I want to play, but I also am mad at them.
Right.
We'll see. We'll see if I lose my resolve. Maybe not, because anyway, I have a very large backlog, so it's actually pretty easy to talk myself out of buying their games when I just look at my 400 game Steam library and go, I've played not even a quarter of these.
Are you gonna get the Rune Factory 3 like remaster?
That, yes.
Yeah.
That one, yes. I saw that one come up in the announcements, and I immediately messaged Sharky. He was like, I knew you would be excited for that one. And I'm like, yeah. I think I played it on an emulator way back.
Right.
And I think that was the one with the family that had like the backwards taste where they like said terrible things, but that meant that they liked it. So that was really fun. And so I would love to play it more properly.
And one of my favorite Harvestments is getting a remake, so
Yes, Wonderful Life.
Yeah, I love A Wonderful Life.
Yes, I feel like I don't remember very much of it in detail, but I do remember, like, well, first off, I remember being annoyed that you could only be a guy, and I had to wait for another Wonderful Life to come out to be a girl. I remember, like, I feel like I remember some weird translations in there, but I can't remember what, but I feel like I remember something with a sofa being weird. It's just like such random little things, but if you ask me like actual details about the game, I'm like, I don't remember. I think if I looked at the characters, I'd probably remember more though.
Yeah, I remember there being the weird scientist guy. And like, if you befriend him, like he teaches you how to make a seed hybridizer.
Oh, right. I think I remember that. I think the thing was, because you had to play as a guy, I think I didn't want to buy it. So I think that was way back in the days of renting from Blockbuster. And so if that was how I got it and played any of it, then I would not have gotten very far. I do think I eventually got another Wonderful Life though, but I don't remember how much I played of that either. It's been a long time.
I never played the other one, which was like the Magical Melody.
Oh, I think I did play a bit of that. I'm trying to remember. Or rather, I haven't really played the Story of Seasons ones that have come out. Is there...
Right.
I don't suppose there's Gay Marriage yet.
I don't think so.
I'm like, Rune Factory is a giant pain about it, but you
Yeah.
can almost kind of get to a gay-looking marriage in 4. And then 5, the localization team was like, no, you're gonna put gay marriage, and I am very glad that they did.
Yeah, me too.
Wait, did you ever get to playing 5?
No, because I still haven't beaten 4. I thought about playing 4 again, but I'm so frustrated that the end game is ridiculously hard for no reason.
Man, I realized that the thing I was waiting for in my main file, I found this out later. I had started another file that was just on easy, so I could just speed through the story. I made it through Arc 2 and to the beginnings of Arc 3. Then I realized that the thing I was waiting on in my main file cannot happen until you've kicked off Arc 2, and I was like, damn it! I was like stalling and waiting and just waiting around because I didn't want Venti to go, and I was like, god damn it.
Oh yeah.
So, guess I'll go back to that eventually, but that file is on hard, and now I'm just like, well, I just want to get through the story, so I want to finish my easy run just for the sake of that. I did play a bit of 5, but then I went back to go through the story in 4 because I was really annoyed at how much lag there was when it first came out. And I don't know if they've fixed that lag yet for 5, and I guess I'll have to check eventually.
I know most of the people that I talk to have either lukewarm feelings about 5 or they hate it, so I don't really know.
I wanted to like it, and I did, I think, make it through the 3rd dungeon or something. I didn't reach all of the characters, and unfortunately, because I don't know if you took the, like, which romanceable character should you go for quiz that came out beforehand.
I did. You sent it to me.
Yeah. So the recommended guy and girl, both sides, are the 2 characters that I still haven't unlocked yet.
Is that I get the one that was supposed to be like Dolce, like the succubus or whatever.
Yeah, I haven't quite reached her. I think her name is Ludmila.
Oh yeah, that's it.
And yeah, because I think that one requires you to get to like Arc 2 or something. And I had only gotten through like the 3rd dungeon of the 1st arc or something and stopped. But I think like I feel like it had potential, and I was just really annoyed at all the lag and the like sticking and dropped frames and stuff. So I was just like, okay, I don't love this in the current state.
Yeah.
It feels really janky, and I don't want to play it this way. And 4 runs like so much more smoothly, so I'm just gonna go back to 4.
4 is like, I feel like it's such a good game.
4
I love
is
it.
so good. I could literally keep talking for hours about 4 and like the different systems and how much I like this skill feeds into that skill, and having this seemingly unrelated skill actually serves to like be so useful for this other skill, and it's just, that's so cool to me from a game design perspective, right? That's so cool, because that means like technically you could go through the whole game and not really do much of any crafting, but you would miss out so hard. And like, okay, you could do crafting, but not any like mining. Well, you're gonna lose out a lot of money having to buy the gems all the time and stuff. If you don't really try to do any mining. So it's gonna really struggle, or like the cooking and stuff and all those different skills. It's so cool how they all play together. Where like, oh, there are some weapons that unexpectedly you cannot craft it unless you've been also doing like your farming. because you have to raise certain crops for this weapon, which is also extraordinarily silly, and I love it.
Satan will literally talk about this for hours.
I mean, I'm fine with that. I love talking about Rune Factory.
we waited here because we're like, oh, the gay part's starting.
Hmm.
And we got a raid.
Yeah, I saw. Hello,
Much
Raiders.
appreciated, raid.
Sorry, I couldn't say hello when it happened.
I'm not really good at saying hello to raids, but I said hello, and then I.
Is that why you keep me around?
Because you're better at handling the twitchy parts of Twitch, and I'm just here to make stupid comments and rant for like 5 hours about how much I like Rune Factory 4. Yeah.
I mean, it is a good game.
I do the things that are organizational.
Yeah, I don't know how to be organized.
Tracking stats or like game progress or keeping track of who is doing what voice and stuff like that. And you know how to interact with Twitch because I don't watch very many streams. And I only started to watch more streams in the past year or two.
I've been watching streams for a long while.
Exactly. Which is why you had to be the one to explain to me, like,
Was
these
it
are
in-
what bits are, and this is what subs are, and this is what following is, and following is not subscribing, and this and that. And
So
this is what...
I think I started watching Twitch streams in like 2011, 2012.
You're like, this is what a Twitch baby is, and or a stream baby is, and I'm like,
Yes, the joke stream baby.
magic?
Magic, yeah.
When people joke that when you hit 9 months for subscribing because of the 9 months.
Is it called a Twitch baby or a stream baby? I can't even remember.
I don't remember. But
All
I mean,
I know
Magic
is that our stream baby is named Magic.
You rang. Hello, stream child. We love you.
We didn't ring, we called.
Ring, 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 ring.
This isn't a phone, okay? We're not
Ring,
currently
ring,
streaming
ring,
on our
ring.
phones, I think.
Are you sure? I mean, I
Unless
can
you
move
are.
over my audio to my phone if you want.
Anyway,
A bit later, Bryony catches up with you. Ah, crap. I love you too.
Oh yeah, we managed to avoid dying.
Yes,
we got ambushed by bandits and then we survived.
I was wondering how you managed to survive.
It was archery and reflexes.
Oh yeah.
Yes.
So it's a good thing we worked on archery.
Do you want to know the threshold you have to meet
Sure.
for this? Added them together, over 100.
What are our things? I guess we can't check now, can we?
Over 100.
Yeah, you have to hit over like 100.
I don't remember what our reflexes are, but we did
I
do
think archery's
one
like 60.
more towards archery after
It's like
we
a-
got the uniform, right?
It's like 50 or 60.
Outfit, I think.
Yeah.
So it was definitely at least over 50, I believe.
Yeah.
Presumably over 60.
Right.
Or reflexes might have been about 45 or something. I think that was one of the ones we did early.
I mean, even if you failed that, there were other chances to succeed.
Well, we passed that one immediately.
Yeah,
so we
which
only
is pretty,
saw that check.
which is pretty impressive.
All right, his love interest.
I guess I can be the small child.
You mean the other small child?
The other small child.
Go ahead.
There's so many small children. Help!
Yeah, not
There's too
even
many small
counting the
children.
one that we chose not to marry.
And then there was the cousin who got bitten by the snake.
Haven't died yet. Not yet. Somehow.
Right.
Hey, Malik.
Yeah, this is actually probably was one of the big ones. When you chose go to the party, I'm like, are we dead?
Yeah,
Apparently
I always
not.
die
But
at
we
the-
did fail flattery earlier in the party.
I always
I think
die
that was
at
the one we did
ball.
0.
What'd you say, Mac?
Oh, I said I always die at the ball, but that's always because my character is very aggressive. So-
Ah.
We did hit the max on court manners, though, for now.
and we had a test on flattery that we failed because we haven't put any points in flattery.
There's a lot of small children, and the fact that they are being trusted with governance is concerning. Yeah, I
Yeah.
feel like,
15.
the now British king being crowned at the age that he is like the opposite end of concerning. However, I don't understand
How
why it
old is
seems
he?
here 70 something I thought it was.
Jeez.
I'm like, it seems in this game that as soon as they turn 15 they are crowned.
Yeah, because that's when they're of age in this game, in this world.
Yeah, but even if you come of age, like in real world, right?
Yeah.
Like, he didn't come of age at 70 something. It's just that
No.
the crown passed down because his mom finally died or whatever.
Yeah.
So like, I don't understand why, because literally we're at a party for the friend having turned 15 and immediately becoming Duchess. And I'm like, what? And her mom's there, but her mom's not the Duchess. She's apparently got her own territories.
Hello, Elodie. It's so wonderful that you're going to be queen now. I mean, I am sorry about your mother.
Thanks.
But think of the opportunities you're going to have. You're so lucky.
Opportunities to be gay.
Be gay, do crimes.
No, I was saying earlier, we're gonna be gay, but I guess we're not really doing crimes because she's the one determining what's a crime or not.
That's an odd way of putting it. Anyway, I was wondering, now that you're almost queen and everything, have they told you all the secrets?
What secrets?
Like, how to get into the old palace. I've heard it's packed full of treasure.
Old Palace?
The one at Catherine Lake, where the kings and queens of Nova used to live.
I don't know anything about it.
Oh. She bites her lip and frowns at you.
Disappointment.
Well,
We're failing at
never
being
mind
gay.
then. She walks away, so much for wanting to talk to you. At the end, you all share a pleasant meal and prepare to return to your various lands. Welp,
Well, we survived. Surprisingly.
we have not died once.
And we, are still lonely for now.
So what did we want? We wanted to bring the lonely down or up, down. I'm not.
Yeah, well, a bunch of things changed as a result of that bandit attack and the party. So lonely actually went up by, decreased by 1 towards the middle because we got a -1 lonely at the end there. We gained 1 wilf or 1 yielding when we said to listen to your mom, and we got depressed and afraid from the bandit attack. So a bunch of things got scrambled around.
That's true.
If we want to stay on lonely, then yeah, we can do 1 more. Or we can pick something else, depending what thing we want to go for.
What say you, Sharky?
Sorry, what was that?
If we do sports, I know that we can reduce lonely and increase angry, which would make us depressed then.
Yes, would make
Again.
us depressed.
There's the playing with toys, which would put us middle 1, 3.
No, don't do that.
There's if we attend court, we get 2 yielding, 1 lonely, and 1 depressed, I think. So that's that's heavy in
That's
both
heavy.
directions.
Yeah.
I think. Oh, was it that visiting the dungeons increases cheerful and angry? Maybe we should do that.
That I don't remember.
Cheerful and angry.
Yeah. Okay.
I remember things sometimes.
I don't.
I know, that's why it's Sharky, the goldfish.
It's quack.
Affected by cruelty.
Ah, yes, we are cruel. You sneak down to the castle dungeons and amuse yourself by poking the locked-up peasants with sticks. Poor fools.
Poor fools indeed.
Well, we're still lonely.
Okay.
Let's see, what was it? Oh, our reflexes are at 47.
And our archery's at 60, so 107.
Mm-hmm. So we
Good
passed.
Good job. I thought we were starting to die on the way to the party.
No faith in us.
Oh, why, yes, do you see that, Faith?
Which is funny because if you had been paying attention to what we were choosing, like, it wasn't even... We didn't even bump that last second. Like, we already had the stats for that beforehand.
Oh, yeah. Uh-huh.
Next, I think we got the physical suit. That was one of the first ones, right?
Oh,
yeah.
the agility.
Yeah, the agility, yeah.
It was like the first outfit we got.
So what do you want to do?
I'd like to round out medicine.
Okay.
So
Need more
definitely
herbs.
herbs.
We need
And
more
then
herbs.
Herbs and spices in KFC dating sim. Anyway, before I was on my whole harvest or rune factory rant, you missed the part where I was ranting again about Square doing NFTs.
Yes, they did. They are doing that. They are doing that.
Sad.
Yes.
I still can't believe that they sold Tomb Raider as an IP for like so cheap, relatively.
For so cheap. Yeah.
To
Tomb Raider and Deus Ex.
to put money towards crypto.
That's sad.
I'm like, what a terrible decision. Which is
Their
why I
current-
don't want
their
to pay any
current
money to them right now.
Their current CEO is terrible. Or president or whoever it is. Like,
I think it was CEO. I don't remember.
terrible.
Anyway,
Well, hopefully Final Fantasy 14 doesn't start with the NFT.
No, I mean, unless they force Yoshi P, but Yoshi P was like, we're never touching that.
good.
Like,
I would like all the companies to stop touching it.
and I know 14 is like, I think pretty self-sufficient with its funding. It's pretty, like, they talked about like the funding and for 14 and 11 because the 11 funding technically comes out of 14. And like it is super interesting to hear about because like the only reason 11 is running is because all the server costs are coming out of the 14's budget, and 11 only gets budget if they're like, we want to make something new for Final Fantasy 11. Like it is super interesting.
Yeah, I mean the big question would be, because it's one thing for like the director of 14.
Yeah.
Like we're not touching that in terms of 14, but it is ultimately one big company.
Yeah.
And does he have the power to prevent them from taking the profits from that product and putting it towards crypto products?
Yeah.
I still just can't believe that of all the fucking characters that exist in Square's, like, many games, they decided to make NFT figurine of Cloud goddamn fucking Strife. You know, the guy who starts off his game bombing a reactor.
He was a mercenary for it.
Bombing a reactor.
Gotta make those mercenary bucks.
Okay, so we're doing herbs and
Spices.
Okay, so what would spices be?
sounds to me like poison.
Yeah? Weirdly.
You would have to do poison second
I
to
know.
get anything worthwhile.
I know. I vaguely know what I'm doing, especially after the game outright yelled at us, you can't do court manners anymore after this until you up all of them to 25.
Yeah.
Until flattery, yeah.
So, herbs and spices?
Yeah, herbs and
I guess
spices.
herbs and spices. I don't know what we were possibly going to use poison for, but sure.
Well, I mean, I remember some ending where you get like poison chocolates or something.
Yeah, poison chocolate.
Yeah, I
Didn't
think
we
that was
have
on like week 13.
I don't know. There might still be another poison check.
Yeah,
know.
what if that snake comes back?
Who knows?
Guess
Ooh, the
let's
soup
go.
you made has a bit of a kick. What spice did you add? Arsenic! Yup.
The arsenic.
You learn that oil of cloves rubbed on the skin can relieve pain, particularly in teeth. Sage has a variety of health benefits. It keeps meats from spoiling, aids digestion, improves thinking, and may even help bring color back to gray hair.
Really?
I don't know if I believe that.
You have unlocked a new outfit. Well, I'm like, you know what? If my hair went gray, that'd actually be more useful so I can put color in it without having to do all the bleach shit.
Cinnabar dust causes tremors, anxiety, and eventually death if ingested over a long term. This is mostly a problem for minors, but it can be dangerous if it's routinely added to someone's food. There's no cure, but most will recover if they have no more dust. The herb tansy is a mild poison with particular effect on lower forms of life. Rubbed on the skin, it repels insects. Drunk as a tea, it drives worms from the stomach. Fortunately, this sometimes makes people very ill. Belladonna berries are purple, juicy looking and sweet. Eating a handful of them causes blindness followed by death. It can be treated very carefully with the paste of calabar beans, which is also poisonous.
Ah, yes, the one poison counteracting another. Thanks for doing all that reading.
Oh, no problem.
Matters have come to a crisis. Heresy, the Duchess of Lila, has declared a civil war.
What?
Apparently, she feels that you are a weak leader, unfit to be queen, and has managed to sway several others to her banner.
I'll show you, weak. Who is against me?
A number of minor earls and countesses, the Duchess of Mead and the Duke of Kegel. The forces of Elath are under Heresy's control, of course. The situation in Hellas and Marie is less clear.
Hey, we passed military. What forces can she muster and what are we still holding?
We have 3 battalions, 2 companies, and 2 platoons. The naval side is, of course, useless in this conflict. By my estimate, Heresy can field 4 battalions, 2 companies, and 1 platoon.
That's not good.
It will come down to a question of strategy. There are ways to increase the number of soldiers you have available. You could offer to pardon various imprisoned criminals in exchange for military service.
Do we like using prisoners to go die?
I mean, that is...
In real life, no.
Yeah. I mean, do we have any prisoners? Because I'm pretty sure you.
Oh, we poked them with a stick.
Oh, yeah,
There
that's
are
right.
some prisoners, but the ones that have come directly to us for judgment have mostly been executed, yes.
I mean, she seems kind of mean and ruthless, so let's use.
That's the way we've been playing her, at least.
Yeah.
Alright, let's do that. Criminals probably already know how to fight.
And there's the person
Very
that
well.
stole bread is gonna be put on the front line.
Jean Valjean, go.
In attack mode or defense mode?
In attack mode.
Oh, what's the attack stat?
10.
10? Man!
100? I don't know. Depends what part of his life, perhaps. I'm going with 10.
I actually have never seen Les Mis.
It's been a very long time for me, but you know.
Very well.
I like the book. I mean, the play is nice too.
Forces are in motion, but they may take time to reach their peak.
I think I watched the movie once. Like, just one time. And that was several years ago, so, you know.
Fair enough.
Just because I made the reference doesn't mean I know it super well. Whoops. Hey, look!
Well, if only there was a way to just subtract loneliness.
Well, we can become angry. Or we can... Well, we're about to go to civil war, so maybe it's good to be angry.
Yeah.
You take to the court for a few games of tennis. Feel the thrill of competition.
Feel the thrill of competition that fuels your rage to civil war. Alright, what's our new outfit? Nurse's gown. Boosts medicine. Or do we want to boost military now? Like, we are about to enter civil war stuff. Although, I guess... I'm assuming we probably want to increase strategy, because he did say it comes down to strategy. Oh wait, this is week 30. This is where I said I'd save.
Yes.
I guess 2. I'm gonna go with at least one of these should be strategy. I don't know what you all want for the other one. Should we go all in strategy? Should we pick a second one that's different?
Maybe all in would be nice.
Yeah, let's go all in.
Okay.
And he did say that naval would do us no good, so...
Yes. And that it will come down to strategy.
You learn how units reinforce each other in the field, gaining strength through proximity and covering of weaknesses. You study the effects of different kinds of battle terrain for both offense and defense.
You may now tour the barracks on the weekends. Ooh.
It's exciting. You study the power of ranged weapons, from arrows to thrown fire and sand, and how the threat of such attacks can shift the enemy's response. You study the use of cavalry in battle, as well as the costs and benefits of traveling with large animals.
You hire Einram.
Yes.
The negotiator for the rebels has arrived to speak with you.
Surrender now and I will be lenient.
We are not here for our surrender, we are here for yours. You have one chance to avoid needless bloodshed. Agree to marry one of Duchess Arise's son. She will become your regent and guide the domain into stability.
We'll become the regent for what? 9 months? Or 9 weeks?
Yeah.
Because we'd still come of age, right? And then apparently just go straight to being queen.
That's if we survive. Because I don't think
yes, but in terms of what they're claiming.
That in terms of what they're claiming, yes.
But then, like, anyway, she turns 15, she wouldn't really, like, need a regent anymore because she'd come of age.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Mm-hmm. You will be allowed to maintain a figurehead title.
Are we just going to refuse because we are,
We're an angry little girl.
Because we're that angry?
We're an angry little girl who has been ruthless so far. I don't think we're backing down now.
I don't think so either.
Hey, I kind of wish we could see Sharky's reaction. We cannot see Sharky's reaction. He has a lot of plans for the next 9 weeks.
No, I figured that would happen, and I'm kind of glad because if you chose agree, we lost.
Oh, I assumed so. In terms of what he was saying, like, yeah, but
yeah,
if she's going to the point of like civil war and stuff, yeah, I don't imagine she would actually let us live and reach coronation.
Yep.
She wants to have the crown, and at that point, it's like, oh, marry one of my sons. Mm-hmm. Well, now I'm the, like, regent. Oh, look, she died. Guess I'm really the queen now, bitches. But I do think, I guess we should not have given her to neighboring duchies.
No, we shouldn't have.
Oh well. I am the queen, and I will not give in to threats!
So what would have happened if you picked compromise?
We did not have the stats to choose that, and we would have to either refuse or surrender. We straight up do not have the stats to suggest compromise and succeed.
Since we cannot come to an agreement, we will meet you on the battlefield.
Fine! Alright, we can visit the barracks now.
Less willful and pressured.
Alright, well, that would even us out here and make us just angry.
That might be good, because doesn't angry help with,
military and weapons?
Doesn't that, because that would help us with strategy?
Well, we just bumped strategy all the way to like 70 or something.
That will help with strategy?
I mean, I'm perfectly happy to choose barracks just because it's new anyway, so.
Yeah, let's go for it.
Mick, yeah?
Okay. Yeah.
Alright.
You are impressed by the discipline of the loyal Novan troops, but the responsibility for their lives weighs heavily on your shoulders.
As she recklessly sends them into battle.
Yep.
Well, there are approximately 3 battalions, 3 companies, 2 platoons under your direct command. Progress on your new warships reportedly proceeds apace. What are our skills at?
You wanted to increase strategy, you say?
I don't know if I want to suggest what the other one is, or if I should let you guys suggest.
Oh, what would you suggest?
Okay. First question.
Yeah.
Should I remove the outfit? Because if we're doing strategy, I think we just max it out. I think it just goes to 100, regardless.
There are other checks revolving around the other military options.
Does the outfit put us over the 100 to 110?
No. It does not bring us over to 110. But I will say strategy is not the only military thing that is involved.
Surprise, naval strategy is involved after all.
But they did say naval strategy would not matter, so...
They said that. I wonder. I mean, anyway, we have naval warships that are in progress. I mean, I'm okay with keeping the outfit on. I just wanted to know.
I mean, it will stop at 100. Just flat out, it will stop at 100. No, as far as I remember, no added buffs.
Did you want to suggest what else? Give us 3 options, so you don't give it to us straight out. How's that?
So you're definitely doing strategy? You said? Just to max it out?
That seems to be what you're suggesting. We're gonna count that as not one of the 3, and we'll just say that it's kind of 4 suggestions. But you seem to be suggesting we should do strategy.
Logistics, battlefield, or... or foreign affairs.
I see logistics as one. What's up?
Logistics?
Yeah.
I feel like if we're doing logistics, I am gonna change the outfit, because that brings strategy basically to max. Logistics is gonna get like 20 something? Let's see.
22, 23, around there.
Wait. It's 2 plus 2.7 plus the 4.9? Or 0.49?
I don't remember if the 0.49, I don't remember.
Well, it's clearly separate because economics is 0.
Yeah, so I guess
I think
so.
it is. So that bumps us over into 5, right?
Yeah.
So
5.1-ish
something on the 57 would bring us all the way to like 75 or something. So if we're at 75 and 100, I don't.
What outfit would you want to change to?
Well, you're suggesting battlefield or foreign affairs, so maybe medicine?
Okay.
The nurse outfit? How's everyone feel about that combination?
Yeah, nurse outfit. And yeah, good skills.
And we are going for battles, so having more like medicine will help if something happens.
Alright, so we're gonna get logistics up to like 75. Well, actually 80 something, I guess, because it's at 57. Like 82-ish. We're gonna get strategy maxed out basically, and we're going to have this boost to medicine.
Medicine's pretty high.
Yeah. Herbs and spices.
Herbs and spices.
All right. So we're good with this? Everyone's agreed?
Yep.
All right. Pressing the button.
You study how to determine when to jettison or destroy excess goods for speed and how to avoid overreaching. You learn how to calculate enemy war preparations based on the movement of goods within their lands. Armies do not spring up fully formed overnight. You study the benefit of looting as a troop motivator versus the negative effect on civilian populations. You study the effects of a strong hierarchy on military organization and the ability of troops to respond to changing situations. Communication across an army can be difficult. Disrupted signals can lead to chaos. You study famous battles, the disasters, and the mistakes which create them, and the turning points in larger conflicts and why they make a difference. You study the concept of defeat in detail and how an army can be destroyed by crushing small parts one at a time rather than attacking it all at once.
And now we've maxed out strategy.
Yeah.
It has been maxed.
You have nothing more to learn about strategy. At 14 years old, we are masters of strategy.
War rages for control of Nova. As defending queen, you are required to take personal control of your forces. Battles are won and lost. Fallen soldiers decorating the landscape. The final outcome is a victory for your side.
We made it.
Your forces sweep through the rebellious duchies and are met with cheers by the local population. Heresy, the ringleader, is executed. The other rebels forced to pay tribute to keep their holdings. Of course, there is also a cost paid in lives. Your keen sense of military strategy enabled you to resolve the affair with much less loss of life than you might have expected.
Oh.
Your medical training helped you to preserve the lives of some of your wounded soldiers.
Wow, two successes in a row. What the fuck?
Just so you know, the second one we did, them added together above 0 was a success.
Wait. So does that mean that we had...
As long as you had any battlefield or herbs?
It was a success, and then there's a calculation in the backside to determine something else. So it's your success as long as you study one of the two once.
Medical trainer, are you out on the field yourself? It did say that because you're the defending queen, you are responsible for leading the forces.
Yes, and because you are a part of the... because you have medical knowledge, you basically are able to help administrate, with the wounded.
So yes, Magic, we are out on the field ourselves for the Civil War.
Total casualties were a half of a battalion on your side and a half of a battalion among the rebels.
Do you think King Charles would have to go out?
No.
As if there was a civil war suddenly to break out.
No. Of course, there are no more rebel soldiers now. They are once more your loyal subjects.
Wow.
So basically, you, all the rebel soldiers are now part of our army. So,
yeah, they just said that.
But now if we go to the barracks, our army's gonna be wee.
Woo. So should we go for it? Should we go for neutral?
Why not? Let's do it.
Yeah,
just for the experience of what is neutral mood?
You attend service in the Castle Grove, letting the peace of the ritual calm your heart.
The only time we ever go to services. Current mood in neutral. Wow.
It does nothing.
That's kind of good though, because usually the penalties, there's more of them than the bonuses.
Mm-hmm.
All right, time to do a real demeanor again. No, I'm kidding. Unless you guys want to. What do we want? We're free to choose whatever we want, I guess.
We are free to choose. I don't know.
So were we close to dying there, or no?
No. Well, I actually don't believe so because of,
Wait, what was the strategy check?
Strategy equals 100.
Okay, so we did need to max it out.
If we didn't max it out, it would have been strategy plus logistics.
Well, we're excellent at the military now.
There was also a check for wield magic. If we had that. There's also a check for cruelty, which is a background statistic. There's multiple checks for cruelty, actually. Yeah. And if our cruelty is high enough, the rebels suffer even more losses. And like, there's a check. Like, if you're afraid, you have less of you have more of a disadvantage. There's a bunch of checks in the background.
But we're angry, so we're angry little girl.
Yep.
Throwing a fit. Like, no, this is my throne. Fuck you.
And if you don't have anything in military, you're basically useless. And I think like you almost auto lose there.
That makes sense.
Yeah. So like, there's so many checks in the background.
So what do we want now?
What do you guys want?
I feel like it wouldn't be a bad idea to do some history.
Yeah, let's get some history and Novan history.
Alright. Novan history. And what's our second one gonna be?
Hey, leave it up to Sharky.
Sharky, the goldfish. His happy, jolly soul. So happy, so jolly.
What do we want? I say we go for climbing. Climbing.
Okay.
It was very left field.
I like the left fields.
You don't like the east field?
No, I don't like the east field. Do you veto the option?
No. I mean,
No?
I clicked it, didn't I?
That's true.
Oh, did we want to change outfit again? I don't know if we still wanted the boost to medicine now that the war is done.
What do you think, Mick?
We can change it back to the royal demeanory one.
Alright. So we've got climbing, Novan history, and we're wearing our fancy royal outfit again. Cool. Done.
You read about the history of your domain. Hundreds of years ago, Nova was the center of a great empire, spanning the length of the western coast as well as a few island territories. Over time, your influence was waned. You practice climbing up and down fixed ladders, driving out any fear of heights, and learning to move swiftly and surely.
Things have been so unsettled lately. Everyone's on edge. We need something cheerful.
You could hold a tournament.
What a good idea! Knights, jousting, musicians, all sorts of competitions. Everyone loves a contest.
What will you offer as prizes to the winners? Status of praise, come work for me, or here's some money.
I feel like we've spent a lot of gold on like...
We have.
Yeah, so I feel like not gold.
Like, the ships was 4,000.
What?
Yeah?
What? What? It's money. We spent money on it. I don't
Yeah.
know how much. We spent some money on it. They said it'd be expensive. Whatever.
So, status and praise or employment?
Mick?
I feel like employment is probably... I don't know if employment is better than status and praise. I feel like, is status and praise... Yeah, status and praise, I guess, in a monarchy is good.
Like, what do they mean by status?
I have no idea.
I cannot answer.
Alright, well, status and praise or employment?
I mean, what type of employment are we talking?
Employment. The employment kind.
I cannot answer this question.
Status and praise would probably be the best, I guess.
Okay. Being declared to be the best in front of the entire domain should be prize enough for anyone.
Very well. I will draft the announcements.
Oh, by
Not-
status and praise, you literally just meant bragging rights.
Actually, yes, status and praise was bragging rights. Employment is join the army.
Both of those are terrible options.
And gold is pay 100 gold.
I'm like, do you need to win a tournament to join the army? Can't you just sign up?
No, or you could just be a rebel and lose, apparently.
Or a criminal that we added to the forces.
Yeah, we did. I forget.
I'm like, why do you need to participate in a whole tournament for employment in the army? If that's what you want, you just join. No?
Unless they were like, oh, you get to be like general or something outlandish like that.
That would be pretty bad. Anyway.
Yeah. Your dad is very useless.
He's
Leave
just
it.
like, you're about to be queen. Oh, sorry.
No, you're fine. Yep, you leave him to his work. As you move through the hall, your eye falls upon a vase of flowers. Pretty, but apparently not getting enough water. The leaves on one blossom have shriveled.
Someone on hall duty is being lazy. Those flowers should be replaced.
You continue up the stairs to your room, where a maid is waiting for you.
My lady, a gift has arrived from Kygol.
From the Duke?
No, my lady, a merchant house, I believe. It was sent with a shipment down the Kavala River.
You tear open the brightly colored paper to find...
You were saying the chocolates were in week 13.
What?
Chocolates!
It's a little card with the box, with our compliments. The House of Krellat. You pop one of the chocolates into your mouth.
Wow.
What did-
Delicious!
What'd you say?
Oh, it was said dogs failed.
Yep. Dogs is a test, yes.
Oh, I think we just did it.
I think we may have just died.
Yes, we did just die because you changed our outfit.
Oh my gosh.
Because I believe with the outfit, our poison was high enough that we would have detected the poison, but I believe we just died.
Wow.
Dot. Suddenly you feel very cold. The world seems darker. Colors less bright.
Oh, poison success!
Oh no! Luckily,
Poison
recognize
success!
the symptoms of poisoning immediately are unable to reverse the effects. I didn't think our poisoning was that high without the outfit.
No, because we added the extra one from herbs and spices. Herbs and spices saved us!
It did.
We were saved by KFC!
You above or equal to 70.
Oh, yeah, no. We were above that.
I didn't think we were at 70 without the outfit.
No, the outfit's only plus 10. We were at 80-something with the outfit. We were over 70.
Good job, both of you.
Well, that's good.
I'm actually just cracking up.
Satan's captions correcting to status and Frasier is quite the image. Subsequent investigation shows that no house of Krelt exists in Kygol. Someone has tried to kill you, but you don't know who. Yeah, so dogs is the animals start acting bad when they smell the poison.
Makes sense. Thank you, Colonel Sanders, the most loyal member of our army.
Now we are depressed because of me.
Because we nearly died? Yeah, that makes sense.
died.
We were nearly poisoned to death? Yeah, that makes sense to be depressed.
But we can go to service to remove the depression.
Do we want to be neutral? What's the real question?
That's up to you. You both.
Alright, do we want to be depressed? Do we want to be willful?
What does willful do for us again?
Oh god, I just realized we've been going for almost 3 hours.
Add intrigue and military. And then minus a bunch of stuff.
We can go with staying depressed.
I'm like, intrigue might also not be the worst because we did just survive a poisoning attempt and we need to figure out who did it. But I don't know if that's gonna help exactly. So I'm just like, oh my god, we passed the poison check. Sharky is like, oh yeah, you died, and then we didn't die.
And then we didn't.
What a shame. The monarchy should end. Anyway.
Have we saved? Okay.
Should I save now?
May want to?
I guessed 3.
We'll see what happens.
Well, so what are we doing? Oh, it's only 1 pressured now for Tor Barracks.
Yeah, because it depends on the other stats.
And what does pressure do again? Not that it'll matter since...
Yeah, we'll stay depressed if we do that.
Oh, okay, wait, I see. That's why sometimes it's minus instead of a plus of the opposite thing. It goes away if it's only a minus.
If it's 0.
Yeah, that aspect goes away. Yep. Okay, I understand now. Yeah, we could become angry. We could stay depressed. We could become willful.
And willful was for the, for intrigue?
Yes.
Okay, let's go for willful then.
Yeah, this is the willful face. Intrigue and military.
Okay. So I guess let's do something with intrigue.
Sharky's chuckling. I feel like we chose wrong.
No, you did not choose anything wrong. I'm just looking at some tests.
That said, do we want to end here actually since I just saved? Because
no, let's do one more.
Let's
do one more. One more.
Are we about to die, Sharky?
He's chuckling. I don't trust it.
I can neither confirm nor deny because it depends on your choices in life.
In life.
Oh, I make plenty of bad choices, so...
I'm gonna go with... Because we're trying to figure out who did this. Internal and foreign are both good? Maybe? Under intrigue.
What was the question?
For what classes to pick. I think, because we're saying we should go with intrigue. We're trying to figure out who poisoned us. And
so that's the internal.
We don't have any idea who did, so internal and foreign might be good as the 2, because I don't know that we need to do any more work on military at this moment.
Right.
So the best bonuses will go to intrigue. So I think we should probably go for those 2. Does that make sense to you?
Good. Yeah.
Alright, intrigue. Internal and foreign. Do you want to change our outfit?
Can you click skills one more time for me? Okay, thank you.
answers to all the test questions, and he's watching us fail.
Just taunting
No, I'm not.
us.
I'm not watching you fail. I am very interested in what's going to happen. Well, it is a tournament next week. Remember.
Are we gonna be a part of this tournament?
Well, we're gonna be watching it, and I guess if you're the queen watching a tournament, you probably have a fancy special box and stuff.
What if someone challenges to a duel or something like that?
Would you like to wear the weapons one or the royal one?
I say the weapons one, just in case.
All right. We'll see what happens. You know, we'll see what happens. It might not be terrible. Maybe. We'll find out. Maybe we'll die, maybe not. You know, whatever.
Countess, is that Leek of Dis married the old Duke of Sudbury, who was more than twice her age, then divorced him as soon as she'd borne him an heir in order to be free to marry another. It was considered shockingly rude by the general nobility, but the old Duke apparently had no objection. The Countess of Dis is now married to the disinherited third sibling of the Duke of Mari and the Duchess of Hellas. Currently, both Duke and Duchess are unwed. If either dies without heir, a title may still pass to the Countess's husband. Several generations back, the rulers of Elath and Sedna and neighboring Talasy married. The citizens of Elath objected to this foreign influence. The resulting heir died in suspicious circumstances, after which the title was passed to a distant branch family rather than another child in the Elath Sedna union. Since their recent revolution, the Tumbulans have twice begun gathered troops on the Novan border. Both times their camps were struck by fierce storms and earthquakes, and they decided to give up on the idea. Pirates are once again operating out of Orcus, although they are currently sticking to the northern sea and no threat to Nova. However, if they turn to slave raids, the Borealans may be vulnerable. Agents who have visited Borealis report that all known Lumen shamans seem to have no magical powers at all and perform their ritual displays with show and trickery.
Why do I not believe that?
Yeah, I don't believe that either. Like, we've seen what happens.
This is the week of the general tournament. Nobles and commoners alike have turned out to compete against each other. The people will be pleased if you participate in their games. However, it would expose you to danger. Which event do you wish to take part in?
Well, I guess it's a good thing we, Wait, I forgot our skills. Is archery the highest of our weapons?
Yes.
I think so. Yeah.
Yes, it is. It is.
Okay, so maybe we should go with archery then.
Yeah, let's do it. If we have to have 100, though, I don't know what we're gonna do.
I'd die in that case.
That's fair. And it would be a good place to end.
You make your way to the archery fields.
Partial success.
Success is 100.
Well, partial success. You know what? That's fine.
You know how to aim and lose, so do an enormous number of people in your domain. You are swiftly eliminated from competition, but with no reason to be embarrassed about it. All the winners are announced and displayed to great cheers. As near queen, you place flower garlands around their necks. All of a sudden, a man approaches the winner's platform. It's Kevin. I don't know. The Earl of Io?
That damn Kevin.
In one hand, he carries an armored gauntlet. In the other hand, a sword.
Hey Mick, what's your divination?
Wow.
My family's blood is on your hands.
Ursi, the ringleader of the rebellion. She was his mother. Not stepmother, right? So this is not the kid that we were like casting.
No. This is a complete.
Your mother is a traitor to the crown, so she's dead. But that was her own fault.
He casts the metal glove to the ground with a clatter and raises his sword, pointing it at you. I challenge you, Elodie. Life for a life.
She shouldn't have started some shit then.
He's challenging you to a duel?
Wield magic failed.
Do we accept or refuse?
I feel like our sword skills are not high, but we can try.
Well, you don't have to fight with a sword.
I feel like he wants you to fight with the sword.
He's literally holding a sword as he challenges you to a duel.
Just because he has a sword doesn't mean you have to use a sword.
I feel like that's not how that works.
I'm half like, bitch, your mom started a war. That's on her.
Yeah, I mean,
ladies don't start fights. We just finish them.
I feel like we're gonna die, but
you want to accept?
Let's accept.
Okay. Very well. I will meet your challenge.
As the challenge party, you have the choice of weapons.
Oh.
Well, we can't use staves, so swords it is, I guess.
Yeah.
Staves or polearms.
I don't remember what our polearm skill was. I don't think it was as high as swords.
Pretty close to each other.
They're 50-ish. They're both 50-ish with the plus of the weapons.
Polearms might have actually been slightly higher, because I think we did that second, which means we got extra bonus from having swords. I think. Polearms is a little higher than swords. Thank you, Magic. So I guess staves?
Yeah.
See, I usually think of staves as like magic.
Like a quarterstaff? Oh,
Like
I mean,
staff.
yeah, that's too.
Staff turns to staves, right?
Well, yeah, but there's also like the quarterstaff, which is like what?
Which is what we were training in some regards.
Yeah, but there was magic in like the list of skills, which is why I'm like, oh. And it had like a wield magic check earlier, so.
Oh yeah, if we wielded magic up to a certain point, like there would have been no duel. He would have been dead immediately.
He would have been dead?
Oh yeah, you burned him alive.
Yeah. I mean, that's pretty cool. I kind of regret not going with the magic route.
That's a weird way of handling things, but all right.
Oh yeah, you burn him alive and you get some added cruelty to it. It's interesting.
I choose staves. I would prefer not to kill you, but I will defend myself.
He snarls at you, and you can almost see foam escaping the curl of his lip. But he allows the attendants to replace his sword with a marginally less lethal weapon. The crowd roars with excitement as you take up positions across from each other. His first strike nearly knocks you off your feet. He's larger, heavier, and his rage fills him with great strength. A barbarian. This may have been a miscalculation.
Polearm success!
Hold on.
I'm holding, but we did pass the polearm check just now.
You exchange blows for a time, which seems to go on forever, but it's probably only minutes to outside observers. You put up a fight, but you're not making any headway. Eventually, you find yourself flat on your back, his blood-flushed visage looming over you.
Sets the man on fire. The Cade method. I yield!
For a moment, in surprise, he hesitates, but you can see him steeling himself to strike again. Oh, I did not realize you had it that high!
You challenged me before all these eyes and won! Your honor is satisfied! Don't throw it away now!
A tense moment passes while you wander. And then he throws down his staff and walks away.
Oh my god, we survived.
Wow.
If you chose swords, you were dead.
Well, it did say a slightly less lethal weapon, so I guess, yeah.
The polearms and flexibility was at over 100. If you had done either of them instead of the ones you chose, you would have won that. Presence and public speaking were above 70. Which is why I'm like, what?
So we would have died if we we felt that way.
Yes,
right?
you would have been bludgeoned to death.
Well,
which is why I was like, one more.
Should I save over it?
Yeah,
I think.
Also, if you didn't choose to do an event, you wouldn't have got challenged.
I mean, sure, but Dad said we should, so we did. It's fine.
But yeah, I mean, you can save over that. I can't believe you lived such magic.
Holy shit! Yeah.
I still can't believe we lived either.
Let's see.
What a twist! I can't believe we've played 2 like decently long streams of this and still haven't died.
6.
Yeah.
There are 6 more chances to die.
Alright, we can still get rid of the monarchy.
One of them actually won't happen, so it's technically 5. 4. Sorry, because they're both involved using magic.
4 more chances to die and end the monarchy. At least of our line.
3, because we don't have magic.
Oh my god.
You keep taking choices away.
Well,
Come
apparently a lot of them are, hey, use this magic. Hey, have this magic ability and choose to do this. But no, that was a lot of fun. Next time we do it, we should probably be finished, and we will either live or die.
Probably.
Yeah.
I mean, we're at 30-something week-wise,
I-
so we might even get multiple ending death things.
Right.
Depends on what we choose.
Depends
Like,
what we
I'd be-
choose. Anyway, thanks everyone for joining. Thanks again to Always Simming if you're still around for the raid. And thanks to everybody who stuck around from that. And I hope you all have a good rest of your day/night/whatever.
Yeah. Have a good one.
And I don't know if Sharky's streaming on Friday.
Mm,
But and thank you, Mick, for joining us. Very
Yes.
important.
Oh, thank you for having me.
Yeah. Have a good one, everyone.
That's all, folks. Bye.
Bye.
Bye bye.